And we're back. All right, Denali, go ahead. Start us off. Tell us the stats. Tell us where the business is at, what the biggest problem is.
Yeah, so my name is Denali. I run a pool service and repair company in Corpus Christi. Last year, we did 350 top line, and we currently have 36 weekly service clients, residential, and 3 commercials. Our average monthly ticket is $240, which makes our MMR about 11 grand per month. And then our commercial one is $750 per month. So we got roughly around 40 clients a month right now on weekly service. And our other half is pool repair. So we do a bunch of like pool equipment repairs and things like that. And our average ticket size for that is more of like $1,000 on average. Where I want to go with this business is I want to get to 300 weekly service clients. And by the end of this year, I want to get to 150 weekly service clients. I'm not really focusing on commercial right now. So if commercial comes, perfect. But I'm really trying to target weekly service routes, residential wise. So my goal this end of the year is 150 weekly service clients and 500 grand top line at the end of this year, with a churn of less than 10%, ideally.
Okay, so 40 divided by 150 means you're 25% of the way there. And then really quick, I want to just see if you have, for example, how many new customers are you getting per month right now? For weekly service, if you had to guess.
Right between like 3 a month.
If you divide 3 divided by 0.1, which is the churn, that means that at this rate, though, I know that your churn is like, it's hard to measure, but a 10% churn would mean that you'll cap out at 30 unless you increase the rate at which you sell. Because you'll have 30, you'll lose 3, but you'll get 3, so you'll cap out roughly at 30.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in the summer of last year, I was doing, 10 a month in the summer. But that's also when we were running the Facebook ads and stuff like that. But I've currently paused the Facebook ads. We're currently running the Google ads right now, spending about like $1,000 a month on Google. $1,000, 1,500. With LSA, it's about 1,500 a month on average.
And what's the biggest problem right now?
The biggest problem that I think is, let me see. The biggest problem to me is that it's so difficult to sell weekly service. Like I can sell repairs and my closing percentage on repairs is pretty good. And it's a lot easier to sell because it's not really like price-based. It's like how fast can you fix it? And we know that you're good because you have this brand, you have the wrap trucks and everything. So it's really just the weekly service clients that it's very difficult to sell because like a lot of clients that I'm selling to would either they are either DIY, which means that they do it themselves, or their current pool service guy, they have no problems with them and they're a little bit cheaper than us. They're like, 180 bucks or 200 bucks a month, and they don't really feel like paying 240, 260 a month for our weekly service. So really the sales on that.
Got you. So, yeah. So, okay. I'm trying to think. So this is the pricing model you came up with, 175, 240, 350?
Yeah.
So weekly, chemical, everything in good. And then roughly on all of these, is it roughly 50% gross margins?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this good package, bro, will let you sell to people and undercut them.
See, the problem with a good service is that like Yes, it will allow me to undercut them, but the problem with the good service is that we're only doing half the battle, right? So like everyone wants full service, which is chemicals and cleaning of the pool. The good service is either offering one or the other, right? So like they're paying $200 a month, but they're getting both of those, which means that if I charge 175 a month, they would either have to clean it themselves or they would have to chemically treat it themselves.
I don't think anybody would pay for that.
Some people do that. Like some people that are like trying to save money that do it themselves. I couldn't battle the 170 versus someone that's charging $200 a month to do everything.
Okay. So I think, bro, like running the ads for repairs and then upselling the weekly service makes the most sense. It's not going to be that scalable because it's going to be limited, right, to like how many people need a repair. But I think that you make money on the front end by doing the repair, and you can credit it towards the weekly service. And the weekly service, it helps you in that give a discount because you're giving a discount from the repair money versus just giving a discount just to get them in general. So that makes sense. I guess the question is how many repairs leads are you getting per month?
Repair leads per month. Probably about 20.
Oh, bro. That's really good actually. Cuz do you think you could upsell like 50% of them into weekly service?
Well, that's how many leads I get for repairs. So like I'll close 50% of those.
Okay. And then how many do you think out of those would you be able to
Try to
upsell?
upsell. Yeah, I mean, the three that I got this month or in February, the three that I got in February were upsells. But it's difficult because I was in person with them trying to upsell them.
Bro, we need to get your shit from 3 to 10.
Yeah.
And I think you just got to start using more like you got to start using more math. I feel like especially just on the marketing and sales side, bro. You need to know like how many of these customers you're getting because you're approximating 3, but like you should have some place where you're like every month this is how many new, this is how many people canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to I would just use like a spreadsheet.
I was using a whiteboard last year, but like I wasn't using anything because or recently just because it's in the off season, so I wasn't getting any like phone calls about weekly service or very little repairs in that sense. Like we were getting repairs for either commercial properties or people that are far away that are outside the weekly service area and or hot tubs or our current clients for repairs.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is like you have like basically 6 months of season. So like now is where you gotta front load all getting the customers because a certain percentage will churn out. Okay. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to get more leads?
Oh yeah. So what are we gonna do to get more leads?
You basically need to double your leads.
Yeah, I still feel like running ads to weekly service is still profitable, even if I have to wait, I would still be down waiting. But what I want to do is it's getting into the new season now, so I want to start upselling repairs and making that like a priority, so that like every repair that we do, I try to throw them a offer, as in like, you know, we did $1,000 repair for you. You know, if you don't want these things happening as often, you can jump on our weekly service. We'll give you the first month for free, just because you guys did $1,000 worth of, I don't know, repairs with us. So I want to upsell repairs. Then I want to run Facebook ads, and I feel like I really want to do door to door. I do want to do door to door knocking, door knocking.
So basically, you want to do you should run. Are you going to run meta ads for repairs, and then I think you should have some meta ads for just like if you're paying over $250, you're probably getting ripped off. That's one. I really think that that's a good one, bro, because any lead for that one is spending more than $250. I don't know why you don't like that ad offer.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just the I don't know how many people are going to be like, well, like, okay, I'm spending more than $250, but like the problem is that like, yes, I'm spending $250, but they're doing a good job. Like the cost of switching is a cost.
I'm just saying you have to test it, bro. You have to test it. And my argument is that if you get leads that come in from that ad, you have a reason to call them, and you know your expensive price point is already higher than the price point that they have.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing to run. I would completely agree. Now the next question is, you know, how would you pitch that as in a video?
You literally just be like you don't even need a video. You could use a graphic design. I just think you need to have the repair ads running 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to have the price over $250 a month. I think you need to have that one. I think you need to have a branding ad, which is just like your one-stop shop for everything pools.
And when you mean branding one, you mean like just one to just get awareness and not really?
No, it's still lead gen. It's still lead gen, but it's literally just the whole point of that ad is to just say that if there's anything wrong with your pool, just reach out to us. We'll get you taken care of. It's not specific to weekly service. It's not specific to a repair. It's not specific to an inspection. It's just like, if you have a pool problem, call us and we'll figure out what the issue is and if we can help you. That way you get more leads and then you can filter them out, because you need more, bro. You're spending more than me to get a lead. And I'm targeting businesses over a certain revenue. So I feel like your cost per lead is high because of how specific it is. And it's really not that compelling. So I'm saying open it up.
I feel like this is one of the problems I always run into, is that there's so many ways up the mountain that like I get so distracted of doing a little bit on each one. So like there's multiple ways that we can attack this problem. I just choose one.
My thing is you need to have like 4 to 5. First of all, I think you should just go meta, Google local service. And I don't like spending money on Google ads, bro. I really don't. I think you'll have a better return on Facebook, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I know it's still early, so you're still testing Google, but mm-hmm. If Google doesn't work, like if you spend $3,000 and you feel like it was not worth it, then we need to switch. Because I know with $3,000 we can do a lot more on Meta. Then once it's Meta, it's like, okay, this is how we're going to get the customers. I would have like 3 to 4 different ideas that I'm trying to test. So like one would be like, let me just make a repair ad and let me see how many leads we get and at what price. Let me also make an ad that's specific to, it's like $250 in red, right? X, what your pool maintenance guy, what your pool cleaner doesn't want you to know. And then it's the copy is like, if you're paying $250, you're probably getting ripped off. They're probably there for 5 minutes. Whenever you need a repair, you probably have to still call other companies because they can't get the repair done themselves. Boom, 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 boom. Like we're one of the most, well-known companies in Corpus. If that's you, we want to help you save a bunch of money. Schedule a call with us and we get you taken care of. It's like, I just want to see different angles to see, like, because you might see the repairs have $120 cost per lead. You might see that the one-stop shop, just having a very simple ad, might have like a $30 cost per lead, right? And you have to test different angles. And then once you know the angle, then it's like, okay, because also you have to measure the lead quality. So like every ad is going to give you a different quality of leads. And so you have to kind of balance it and see like which one has the lowest cost per lead, but also like the highest close rate. And you want to kind of average those two and then pick the best ad. That's how I would approach it. It was like for remodelers, I would try like, okay, we're going to do the booked appointment offer. We're going to have just a performance-based offer. I'm literally just going to have an ad that's just talking about the problem that we solve. And if they have that problem, reach out. And I was measuring like which ads got the best results. And the ads that got the best results were literally just showcasing a tough video that we edited and then making the offer with the voiceover. And that was my best performing ad so far. And the client testimonial, those two. And so now I know that I just need to make those types of ads in different variations. And now it's a lot simpler. But I had to start broad to figure it out. I tried graphic design ads. I tried free 30 days. I tried this. I tried that. And after looking at the quality of the leads, et cetera, and making changes, I just realized like you just need like one or two good offers that you know work.
I'm down with running the Facebook ads, and I actually do think that the Facebook ads, like looking back at it, right? I do think the Facebook ads were working a lot better than the Google ads. But I ran the Google ads in the off season, and I ran the Facebook ads in the summer / off season. And when off season really came, the Facebook ads were outrageous. It went from $50 a lead to 200 plus per lead.
You're already paying 200 plus per lead on Google right now.
Yeah, but at least those are usually higher intent.
Have they been?
That we're looking for, huh?
Have they been?
Have they been? It was a 50-50 for pool leak detections and pool repairs,
which I know you're adding, so you'll be able to try. Anyway, so my argument again is like, I just don't think you did it effectively.
Like, yeah, I don't think. I agree. I don't think I put enough water in the well, and I don't think that I was on top of it as or trying out multiple creatives and doing those things. Yeah.
Yeah, like I really think if you're gonna run the Facebook ads, bro, just let me look at it like once a week, and I'll tell you if you need to turn them hoes off. But like, I'm always a believer that like Facebook is just a platform. So like, if the cost per lead was high or whatever, it just means that either the offer wasn't good, the ad wasn't good. Like, there is a way to sell these people at a low cost. It's just, it takes time to figure out. I mean, okay. I spent like 17 grand, bro, trying to figure out how to get not just leads. I could always get low cost per lead. My problem was like getting the right customer. And then it was like, not only I'm getting the right customers, but now it's like, I need to get them to where I'm positioned differently. So the ad has to be different so that they're not coming in for some free or cheap thing. They come in already understand. So like, it was more like making sure the ads do that. And I think that you can figure that out if you actually try. The reason I don't like Google, bro, is that like, I just know how Google is. And I know like they're milking money from advertisers. So is Facebook. But like that whole like bidding stuff, like it's just hard, bro. It's hard to measure. And I feel like it's hard to improve it. And it's not necessarily as scalable. But I'm not saying you shouldn't have it, but I think you just have to make one work. And I think the one that you can make work the best is Facebook. And then you can take that money and you can invest it. And then also I want to make sure that if you do it, bro, if you're running Facebook ads, you need to make the 30-day cash. Like you shouldn't have to front Facebook ads for 60 days to break even, because that means it's going to be every 60 days, you're going to be rolling on more and more cash flow. And you're going to be waiting to recollect it. You know what I mean? That's why I like, for example, like if you ran an ad that was like, if you're spending over $250, right, on a pool service, and let's say you were spending $200 to get a lead, D.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they're getting charged more than 250, you just tell them all the stuff that you're going to do that they're not doing and all the benefits they get of, priority access, et cetera. And then the seller's like, yeah, like I'd rather sign up with you. And it's like, perfect. Let me get a card on file. You charge 240 and boom. Like you're actually getting paid up front because that ad is targeting the right people. So you don't have to have like a free offer because they're already paying more. So the offer is just, hey, we're going to beat what you're paying now with better service. So you get paid quicker. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's why I think it's worth doing that, because then you could spend the whole 240. And as long as you can get a customer with or leads for less than 240, I feel like you would still have better 30-day cash collected.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just throw some money at Google to continue that. Or do you think I should just completely remove Google search ads?
No, I think that you should continue doing what you're doing, and then next week's episode, we'll look at how much you've spent in total and how much you've got, and then we can make a decision.
Because I just checked it from Google. I spent $600 in the last 3 weeks, and I got 1 conversion.
I'm saying you're paying, and on that conversion, did you do a site visit?
No, I reached out to the person like 2 or 3 times, and they didn't answer.
So my point exactly is like, I don't know if that's good. It's definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
But go back, go like maximum
with everything that I've done.
Yeah.
Google search ads. I think I probably spent a few grand.
And what was the money collected?
Cash collected, I think it was $200.
Bro, the reason why I'm saying fuck the Google ads is because I can help you with the meta ads, and I just think meta ads, like I don't run meta ads. I mean, I don't run Google ads for my contractors over meta. I prioritize meta.
Yeah.
And like I've gotten better results, and like selling like $170,000 average ticket for a remodel.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I just thought that, like, bro, you listen to Tommy Mello, right? And Tommy Mello, he doesn't even run Facebook ads. He says he only runs Google My Business, gets a lot of Google reviews, and Google search.
Yeah, I think you need to just focus on the organic. He's trying to crack Facebook, but he just said like he can't seem to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense because
it's like, urgent.
It's urgent. Yeah, it's urgent, and like that's where Google does make sense. And the thing that you're not factoring in is like he can even spend a premium, but like his follow-up process, his speed to lead, his sales team, they're elite, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like once they get the lead, they're going to do a much better job than anybody else with that lead.
Mm-hmm.
So like that would be different. You know what I mean? But like in your case, I just think it's too expensive, bro. Like you spent $600 for one conversion that didn't respond. So it's just like, that's almost the exact same thing as you being like, yeah, I spent $600 on Facebook. I got 12 leads and none of them converted. It's basically the same shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm just saying, like, with that amount of budget, like with a $600 budget, I think you can do a lot with Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, we'll just say that this week we'll start running Facebook ads because now it's like getting into that new season and stuff like that as well.
Okay, bet. I'm going to quickly go to mine and then we'll wrap it up. But yeah, bro, you just need to be selling 10 per month, which is basically 10 or 3 per week.
Yeah.
I think if you focused on 3 per week, you would just hit it better. Because that's basically what I'm doing with my shit. I'll explain. So basically, ReddyMedia, we're a performance marketing company for remodelers and design builders. My goal is basically in 12 months to hit $1 million run rate. Right now I'm at 18K per month in recurring revenue, about 216 ARR. I have 5 active clients. Right now my churn is 5.5%, which roughly means like on average, a client will stay for 18 months. And that kind of fluctuates because I have some clients who stay with me for over 3.5 years, and I have some clients that have churned after 3 or 4 months. And I don't think it had anything to do with service. I just think it was because I picked somebody that I shouldn't have been working with. So anyway, right now my average lifetime value per client is 55K. And basically what I need to do is I need to have 28 clients at my price points, which is about $3,000 a month plus performance fees. I need 28. Right now I have 5. My goal is to have a net margin of 50%. So $500,000 in profit. And I basically need to sell 3 a month for the rest of the year. And so if my close rate right now is about 25%. So I need to have 12 like ideal sales calls with a qualified builder. And so kind of the things that I'm going to do to fix this right now is right now I just run Facebook ads. And I have a lot of people, bro, that follow or they see a Facebook ad, they follow my page and then they DM me. So I need to just be better about the content. Like I need to put content out that's actually useful. If somebody were to look on the page, I then need to make my Facebook ads more specific because I had like, I think I had 60 leads, and out of those 60, like 25 were companies over 3 million. But out of those 25, only 4 of them were remodelers that specifically fit that ICP I was telling you about, which is like where their average ticket is from 100K to like 300K. And I sold 2 of them out of those 4. But my ads have a fucking design builder in the background that's doing like custom homes. And so I just had way more clients that were like custom home builders reach out. And so I just need to make the ads a little bit more specific to remodeling companies. So I made a case study for one of our clients. I'm going to just run ads to that. And yeah, I basically need to have like 4 qualified sales calls per month. So I'm going to be spending $3K a month on ads. And I'm basically every 5 new clients I get, I'm going to increase my ad spend by 50%. So I don't know how the math looks on that, but basically that's what I'm going to do. If I get 3 a month, then at the end of this year, we should be at over $1 million run rate. So right now I have 5, and we'll see where I'm at next week. But yeah, I need to get 3 per month. That's my plan. Biggest problem is that I'm not getting enough of the right people. So anyway, today is what? March 1st, 2026. We'll be back in a week from now. Drop a comment if you have any questions. And if you think you have any advice on our problems, feel free to give us a word. All right.
There we go.
Later.
Later.